was trying to be helpful and give you something.
What's going on?
Don't you want you chat amongst yourselves? I'll clear it up.
Could I just say, as this is ITV, where there's blame, there's a claim.
And now there's the sound of somebody weeing.
I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz.
I'm just so glad it wasn't me.
Sorry.
I feel like doing a Hillary Clinton again. That's what she does.
We're all sorted.
And we've been obviously speaking to Katie earlier on. I know you were listening, and as we said there, you know, like everyone else, you've had your ups and downs in life.
Life has happened.
Ironically, it's kind of led you to an almost new career as an agony aunt. You've just signed up as an agony aunt with the Sunday Mirror, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not an expert, but I think I like to think
there.
of myself a bit more like a traffic warden. No, a traffic cop, who says, you know, this problem, go that way, go straight ahead, don't go there. And it's just that. I'm not the expert, I'm not an ologist, but I think I might, given so much experience, be able to point people in the right direction. I think that's what I want to do.
Well, having listened to Katie, and can I just say, actually, before we go on, obviously there's been an awful lot of reaction in the outside world to what you have said, Katie, and there's all sort of headlines around being told that Katie has quit Loose Women. That is not the case. Katie has not quit Loose Women. She's taken a bit of time out because she needs to kind of look after herself and her family and her relationship. So it is not the case that she's quit.
Few weeks.
So just to
I think that's really
clarify
the right thing to do as well, isn't it? I think if something... The trouble is, if you are in the public eye and everything you do and breathe and say makes headlines, and not always the right headlines, sometimes you are misreported as well, and that can cause real problem if you're in the middle of a bit of private turmoil. I mean, I remember when I was going through some pretty awful times, basically when I was getting divorced, anything that I said got misconstrued and reported as a huge headline, which was basically not what I'd wanted to say at all. And it happened to Mike in the same way. And then you end up rowing about something you never actually said or even thought about each other. So the best thing to do is to take it quiet for a bit.
You have been the cheated on, and you were the cheater.
Oh yeah, I've been the other woman. A long time ago now, and yes, and I've been the wronged wife, if there are such things. And actually, I think life teaches you as well that nobody fits into that one category. You know, I don't think there's any such thing as a scarlet woman or even a wronged, you know, sacrificial wife. Life isn't like that. It's much more complicated.
And what advice would you give to a woman if she said that she was cheating on her husband?
Well,
what
I
would you
think,
say on her?
you know, I mean, I think it's going to cause sorrow. So you might as well accept that. And maybe it really isn't the right thing to do, so you need to really, really try and be objective. And then I think maybe look at why you're doing it. I think that's the most important thing, because you're clearly doing it because you're unhappy. I don't think you're usually doing it because you want to cause pain to anyone else. You're doing it because there's a void in your life and you're trying to fill it, but you may not be filling it the right way.
What about this then? Although what happened with me and Kieran, sometimes it crosses my mind, I need to hurt him back.
Yeah.
It's not necessary because I want to go and have some sex with anyone. It's like I want him to feel the pain I've had. So would I go and text a guy? Would I go and do this?
That's
Why
anger,
would you
isn't
do
it? And I think it's ever so normal to feel angry, very, very angry. That's where you need a sister or a mum or a best friend to calm you down.
What if your best friend was the one who did it?
To me, that is really unforgivable.
Talk to us, look, we're your friends.
Yeah.
What's it like for you, Anne? As you said yourself, you were a cheater first, and then your husband...
I don't like that word, but
No, but you were. That's
well,
what
I was the other woman, and
you
I
were
knew
the
he
other
was
woman,
married,
and then your husband cheated on you.
Oh, yeah, no, believe me, that sense is like a wet fish being flung in your face.
Yeah.
You think, oh, God, I asked for it, didn't it? Yeah. And I was brought up Catholic, and when you're brought up Catholic, you have this very strong sense of anything that's good to me, you don't really deserve it, and anything that's bad to me, you deserve it.
Right.
And there's no... That's the Catholic way of thinking, or at least I always think it. And, well, yeah, when it happened to me, I thought, my God... Yeah, you know, I had it coming. I had it coming.
Yeah.
But normally, if a woman has an affair with a married man, normally the high percentages, they would never get that man anyway. They'd always go back to their wife. But in this case with you, it didn't happen that way.
No, but I mean, I tried to do the... I mean, this is such a long time ago now. It literally is old history. But I remember so many times trying to do the right thing. I knew what I was doing was wrong, and trying to do the right thing and pulling away, and he wouldn't let me pull away. And in the end, we did, you know, get together, and we did have a very happy marriage for a while, very turbulent at times, and 5 absolutely fantastic sons. So there's no way I could regret one single second of it for that reason.
Did you ever meet again his wife at the time.
Yes, yes.
And what was that like?
I like her very much, and funnily enough, I think she quite liked me. We got on very, very short time. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen her for many, many years, and I wish her well. But I think we're both grown up. By the time we met, we were both grown up enough to realise that life is complicated. It isn't black and white. One person isn't the wronged wife. One person isn't the scarlet woman. Things happen often for a reason. And if you can probably stop, if anyone is about to, enter into that world, that terrible eternal triangle, turbulent time, if you can just stop yourself and pull back and think, why is this happening? Is it really going to make me happy taking the next step? Try and pull back. That's why, like I said, everybody needs a good best friend or a lovely sister or a lovely mum or somebody like that who can actually just keep bringing you down to earth.
Because wasn't it lonely, like being the other woman?
Oh, my God. I will never forget the loneliness of being the other woman, because you don't get the Christmases and you don't get the holidays and you don't get the weekends. You just end up...
But you don't deserve them either.
No, well, no, you don't. Absolutely. No, you're right. You're right.
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.